Good morning again. As we have seen and experienced, the digital disruption are really upon us. And due to the different sides of the economy and the technological development, I think the process of digital transformation may not be the same in different parts of the world. And to bring this phenomenon into an ancient context, let me share with you today what the South China Morning Post had done at the beginning of our digital journey, and more importantly, what we plan to do in the years to come. So I have to start by giving you some background of the South China Morning Post. We are a 112 years old newspaper. It was founded by two gentlemen, one Chinese and another British, during the time that when Hong Kong was governed by the British. Today, we have about 1,200 staff. We publish one English language newspaper and 6 Chinese lifestyle magazines. All of the publications have their digital platforms. So we publish the English website, scmb.com, and also a Chinese website that target different markets. And over the years, we have also diversified into outdoor media and also event business. Hong Kong is a small city with about 7 million population. There are about 20 newspapers in Hong Kong. All of them are published in Chinese language, as Chinese is our main language there, except the South China Morning Post and another free tabloid. The South China Morning Post is reputable for its independent and insightful reporting of news in Hong Kong, China, and the world. The newsroom has about 300 staff. The print edition serves a local readership of about 350,000, and our digital edition has expanded beyond Hong Kong to reach 4.5 million users every month. Now, before the internet, we only had print edition. We were largely a local newspaper. We target local affluent readers who use English as their primary language. Now, back into the 70s and 80s, Hong Kong was governed by the British. A lot of the government officials and professionals are British expats. And what do they read? They read South China Morning Post as a major source of information. And these people took up senior positions in organizations. They make business decisions. And we have exclusive stories from these people and also from the government officials. So over time, we have built up an affluent and professional readership that lasts until today. And among the other newspapers in Hong Kong, the South China Morning Post has the most number of C-suite readers and the most numbers of professionals with a personal net worth of US 2 million or above. 80% of our readership is professional and senior executives. As a local paper, we report issues for the people who live in Hong Kong and the things they care about. In the 1975, the British royal family visited Hong Kong for the first time. It was a big thing back then. We covered financial news, as Hong Kong is a major financial market in the world. We reported the 1997 handover, and we reported the SARS outbreak in 2003. So we made our name in Hong Kong as a trusted source of information. Now, with the availability of internet, we are able to distribute our content outside Hong Kong. So we are determined to expand our readership by showcasing coverage of issues that would appeal to a global audience. As China's rise on the world stage increasingly impacts both global politics and economics, we believe the world's interest in China will grow commensurately. With the South China Morning Post's ability to regularly report and break exclusive stories on its growth, we have seen our English website traffic grow significantly from an audience beyond Hong Kong, notably North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. We learned, not surprisingly, the reason for such rapid growth was due to the world's interest in knowing what's truly happening in China and the impact of a rising China on the rest of the world. We strive to tell the stories rising to the English-speaking world with balanced reporting and insightful analysis. Our coverage on China technology companies brings China influences to the world. We want to see Hong Kong succeed, and we believe a successful and responsible China is critical to Hong Kong's continued success and is indispensable to a prosperous global economy. Now, our Chinese language website, on the other hand, plays a different role to bring the Chinese readers a global perspective that intertwined with the business in China. A lot of the business executives in China, they rely on foreign media to get a better understanding of issues within China and also outside China. The local media in China, they don't have the freedom to report political news, for example, or they don't offer an international perspective. Some of the newspaper and media in China are propaganda of the government. Now, this gives the South China Morning Post a huge opportunity and a very unique position. With a global readership in mind, we have increased our effort in reporting news outside Hong Kong, such as the Sichuan earthquake and also the Alibaba IPO that grabs headlines of the world, around the world, and also we report the biggest earthquakes in Japan's history. Now, we are also the first newspaper to break the Edward Snowden story when he stayed in Hong Kong. So many newspapers in the world had picked up the story, and I remember when the news broke, a lot of the journalists from around the world waited outside the office and wanted to speak to our editors because the news is very high profile and it is related to a very sensitive issue in US. So we actually made our name in the US overnight. We also reported the loss of the MH370, and we followed the story so closely that we saw traffic from Malaysia has increased a lot during that time. Now, all of these stories are good examples and milestones of the South China Morning Post editorial development. Not only we are trusted at home, we are also making our name in the rest of the world. Their internationalization is made possible with the development of our digital business. Now, our digital strategies leverages on unique position as the oldest newspaper anchored in Hong Kong, which is the gateway of China to the world. Now here, the one country, two system political model plays to our advantage. One country makes it possible for us to be the insider of a highly complex political economy that is constantly evolving to changing circumstances. Two systems give us the security of press freedoms that protects our trusted and insightful voice. Our English website reaches a growing global community of professionals hungry for news and analysis on what's truly happening in China. Our Chinese website offers the Chinese readers an independent and reliable source of information that may not be easily available in China. In addition to our unique content strategy, the changes in our digital product offering had made us become truly global. When we published our first version of scmp.com, it was a 100% paid website on a premise that our print business is still very strong. Our print circulation was still growing healthily at the time when publishers in the West were already suffering from a declining print business. In recent years, we started to see our print readerships decline, and partly because some expats are moving outside Hong Kong, and partly due to the digital migration. In 2012, we had implemented a meter model that allows our readers to read 4 articles for free, and then another 4 after registration. We have also developed a mobile version, a tablet version, as well as a native app of SCMP.com. So now we have a bundle of products that suit the different consumption behavior, and it also provides us a huge base for a subscription and advertising sales. So in less than 3 years, our digital subscribers increased 3 times, and our increased traffic mainly comes from overseas. Now, our current SCMP.com is still mainly a local edition. Although we cover China and world news, it is designed to serve the business community in Hong Kong. So just last month, we have introduced an international edition of SCMP.com to meet the increasing demand of independent news as China becomes a global economic power. Now, the specific pillars that we want to highlight include coverage on China politics and the policy implications, its emerging technologies, and its wealth. This is made possible through our on-the-ground network of journalists. An example of this is the multifaceted approach to reporting on President Xi Jinping's anti-graft campaign, that including socio-political analysis, investigative reporting on individual high-ranking officials being probed and prosecuted, and business coverage on how the campaign has affected retail spending in China and in Hong Kong. On technology side, this is best illustrated by our frequent reporting on China tech, ranging from the big 3 of Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent, to emerging giants like Xiaomi, Huawei, and the drone maker DJI. Now, while content remains king in our minds, distribution is equally important to us. To serve our readers, we need to be quick and agile. That is why we have further established our mobile platforms, and out of the total traffic, 35% comes from mobile and 9% comes from tablet. But if we just look at international traffic, 34% of our users comes from mobile and tablet. We also treat social media as an extension of our publication to ensure we are serving our readers according to their consumption preference. Today, we have 80% of our traffic comes from social. We have about 900,000 followers in 3 major social media, of which Facebook contributes the most traffic to our English website, and Weibo actually dominates the referral to our Chinese website. Weibo is a Chinese version equivalent to Twitter. Social media can amplify news at a speed never seen before. And pro-am journalism, where amateur bloggers double up as professional journalists, is now the new norm. The effect of social media is especially impactful when a social issue is at the heart of everyone. For us, we have seen our social traffic hits the highest when the political unrest happening in Hong Kong last October. Social media can also help us to raise our brand awareness as we see a British celebrity retweeting our content. And especially for big news such as the Snowden story, and we see our friends Guardian has picked up the story immediately after we broke the news. Now, content remains as a key driver of our international growth. A few examples I would like to show. The Snowden story brought us close to 8 million page views. Now, 2/3 of them comes from overseas. The missing plane story brought us 13 million page views, and also the bulk of them come from overseas. And last year, Occupy Central attracted thousands of Protestants to the streets of Hong Kong, and it also attracts the eyes of the world. We recorded a 28 million page views in a month. And even though it is a local issue in Hong Kong, more than half of the traffic comes from overseas. These people are exactly the global audience who want to see how China manages the political reform in Hong Kong. And this is exactly the China watchers we want to target. All these big stories, together with the introduction of the meter paywall, have helped us to expand internationally. Today, our traffic is split nicely into a third from US and Europe, a third from Asia, and a third from Hong Kong. For the South China Morning Post, a local community paper that served Hong Kong for 112 years, we are now presented with the opportunity to expand our influence to the rest of the world. Now, the opportunity for us is just the beginning of the next stage of our digital journey, which may well be everyone's journey, the big data journey. We are at an exciting time where the media economy and the digital economy have collided. Business model in the traditional media economy existed and thrived on a push model. And the digital economy, on the other hand, is built on a foundation of pull. As defined by the speed of data delivery, the proliferation of virtual media inventory, and the grand ideal of democratization of content. One fundamental shift is the choice of one wants to read and see has moved from the media owner or editor to that of the consumers or readers themselves. The collision of these two worlds has created another fundamental shift that the formula is now being rewritten in the newsroom, and the economics of subscriptions and direct marketing techniques are being rethought. The print media economy, as we know, it is being cannibalized by new distribution channels, mobile and tablet alternatives, new payment models, and cross-device marketing technologies. The knowledge that one made us successful has simply become inadequate. The knowledge that we know is not sufficient for us to bring us to a different journey. And for our industry, that means the opportunity to reach a broader audience by unshackling traditional print distribution, the opportunity to explore new subscription models, such as the meter model that the South China Morning Post has chosen, or a freemium model which adopted by the likes of the Germany's largest circulation newspaper, Bild. And for marketing technologies, it means tackling the new challenge of harnessing the big data. Big data, of course, is something that we must begin to fathom and make sense from as our digital readership and advertising increase. And for us, and we have seen in the past 3 years, our digital subscription revenue has increased and the momentum is accelerating. We had done a few things right. For example, the new CMS we implemented has a more enhanced SEO capability. Our content become more searchable and traffic increase. The development of mobile and tablet apps has extended our reach to new users. The Chinese website opened a new market for us. On the business front, we have set up a dedicated digital sales team to meet the increasing demand of advertisers. It is still a relatively small team, but they handle all digital products. And this team is supported by a marketing solutions team that develop digital solutions of an integrated campaign. We have introduced native advertising, which becomes very popular among advertisers. We also had a digital marketing team to work with our circulation team in subscription and registration projects. And we just set up a data team of 2 people. Now, going forward, with deployment of data analytics, so we hope to turn data into business insight and will improve our loyalty of our readers, improve our conversion rate, and offer targeted advertising solutions to our clients. And just last month, we have implemented the CXENSE integration, which allow us to personalize our content and our subscription offers and potentially increase our advertising effectiveness. So how do we do this? In this example, this user Ben is a China watcher. We have recorded his behavior when he visited our site previously. So by using the content recommendation engine, we deliver Ben several China-related articles and a subscription offer. So Ben will find the content more relevant to him, and he is more engaged with us, and therefore he is more likely to subscribe. We will also deliver relevant articles in our meta for our registered user. These relevant articles are selected based on, again, the previous behavior and also the content preference of the user. These preferences will also be used to customize personal news alert or a personal newsletter. We are also using data to improve click rate of our article. Our editors look at click rate in real time, and they'll change headline or photo when they see the click rate is fallen below a threshold. And data shows that people is more likely to click on a military visual. Now, we hope that a more relevant ad creative or a more personal marketing message will increase our conversion rate. And the same methodologies applies to our advertising business. A higher click rate of an ad will give us opportunity to grow more customers and increase our ad rates. Now, if we execute all of these effectively and efficiently, the growth of our digital business will only be faster. However, at the same time, we are mindful that the digital economy is only a fraction of the media economy. The key to our success lies in our ability to find a portfolio of growth trusts that is compatible with our own core competence and can generate new revenue for the long-term growth of the company. I'm sure we will all learn along the way. I wish you every success in this journey of discovery. Thank you.